afternoon, traders. Hope you guys all had a great trading day. What a day it's been on SPY and the big holders for SPY. Like always, I'm just going to be going through the big holders and the S&P 500 doing a price action review. Please like, subscribe, comment. It would all be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get right on into it. So the big level on Tesla that we were watching was the 217 support. 217 ended up holding up. So right now we seem to be range bound between 217 and 226. So tomorrow, since we bounced off of 217 support, I would watch 226. If you break down 226, that's going to open up the floodgates to, I would say, to the 243 level. Now the other level I'm going to mark out in red because it's going to be a level on watch. It's going to be, I would say, watch 235. And I'm going to mark that out in red. So it's going to be a level that I'm watching. As you can go back to my video from yesterday, I marked out, 217 in red. So it wasn't a for sure level. But after we got the support, we got enough hits on it where it really showed that was a nice, decent support. So, yeah. So that's what I'm watching on Tesla. Next one is going to be Apple. So the big level on Apple was going to be that 179 support. Absolutely obliterated it. It treated it as support today, and it just obliterated it, completely kept on going. So the big level to watch on Apple now, I would say, pretty much, if this continues, I think it will be a pretty clear shot to 190 in my opinion, because you broke down this point right here for the most part, which was the 180. 150. Yeah, we'll call that 180, 155. Normally, I like to go with whole numbers because it's a psychological support as well, or psychological resistance, but it really did not make it easy for me here. So we're going to watch 180, 155. If we can hold 180, 155, that will lead for a push up to, I would say, 190-ish area. So the big level to watch tomorrow, I would see if 180, 155 ends up holding up. If it doesn't, then watch move to 179. If 179 ends up holding up as a support, and we break all the way down to there, that would be a bullish sign for Apple, I'd say. The big thing to watch also for Apple, I was a little hesitant on mentioning it, but I would say that this level right here, 180, would be another interesting area because you can see here that you got it 1, 2, 3 support, resistance, 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 resistance. 180 is a huge level, it seems to be on Apple. So let's mark that out for now in red because it's a hypothetical level. So I would watch, if we do break down 180, 155, then watch 180. If we break 180, then watch 179. That's what I'm watching for Apple. Next is going to be Microsoft. Let's see what we've got on Microsoft. So Microsoft, we got an indecision doji with average volume, so not the worst. It's really hard to tell. If we break above 360 and hold it as a support, you could see all-time highs coming very soon for Microsoft. Now let's just say hypothetically we start breaking down. If we reject 360 tomorrow, then I would expect to move down to 350, and I would not be 351. I would not be shocked if we get a consolidation range between 351 and 360 for the next coming weeks. It's just what makes sense to me because you got a decent run up here. But on the hypothetical, let's just say you end up going up way higher. Then watch 360 serve as support, and then all-time highs, which would be across 366.78. Next one that we're going to be watching is NVIDIA. See how NVIDIA did today. So NVIDIA, as I've been saying, that if we bounce off 405, you're going to get a pretty decent push to 468. So the level I'd watch tomorrow is going to be 468 on NVIDIA. If you break down 468, close above it, and treat it as support on the next day, then watch your level to 500. If you hit 468 and it treats as resistance, watch for a move back down to 405. Judging based on how all the other tech companies have been moving, I would not be shocked if you break down that 468 pretty soon. Next one is going to be SPY. So the big thing on SPY is going to be this 437 level. Now we've just barely rejected it today. In paper trading, I opened up 10 contracts of 430 puts. And keep in mind, this is paper trading that I opened that in. Right now my strategy calls for day trading, just purely day trading alone. But it was a hypothetical trade that I was interested in. Because you can see here we got multiple bounces off of 437 as resistance right here multiple times. Treat it as resistance, nice level. So for tomorrow, what I'm expecting is either a push above 437, then I'll clear to 440, or what you might get is a rejection of 437 and move back down to 433, and we might say range bound between 433 and 437. That's what I'm going to be watching on SPY, and then last but not least, McDonald's. So let's see where we're at. So I took profit at 269.44. My limit order got filled. Next area that I'm going to be watching is going to be 271. Well, my next take profit is going to be 272.15. Next major resistance is going to be 271.30. So if we end up pulling up this level, watch 271.30. If we start breaking it down, I would not be shocked if you get moved back down to 262. But that's what I'm going to be watching for stocks tomorrow. And good luck, guys.